So what got me to join the Slim Down Jumpstart was that I heard about it in the context of being, older, like, middle age ish, 40, over 40. Also heard about a different methodology that I was familiar, but it was never made practical to me. So when you talk about more protein and making the vegetables tasty, well, obviously, yeah, that makes sense because that's what you're going to have to eat most of. I never had seen a framework like what you presented, and that's what got me to talk to you and join the Jumpstart. Because even though, for years, let's say for a decade, I've been doing this and attempting to lose the weight or eat more healthfully. It was the framework, plans, the preparation, and the specific instructions, though not overly prescriptive, menus and recipes and things like that you put out there that I think worked for me. And that helped me to see that after about 2.5 weeks ish of just seeing the constant success, and that, like, oh, okay, I felt more in control. And I sort of saw the formula for myself about tools, food, the right tools, sort of like scheduling, loosely scheduling, and planning. Results about 10 pounds overall. And then definitely inches. I can tell differences in, like how pants fit and clothes and things like that. Even sports bras is kind of funny. I didn't realize they were so tight before. It mentally, or my mindset, the biggest thing was making my brain connect with my stomach and like the key for me is just having enough that you don't get hungry quickly. So when it's time to choose another meal and you're not hungry, or I mean, don't even really have the pang, but just you can tell that it's about that time, it's much easier to choose. So, and I heard a podcast too that I think that's how those, like Ozempic and Wegovy and all that stuff, that's how they work, is that they slow the emptying of your stomach so that you're not in a hungry state. And what I found for me though is that the framework sets me up that I guess it slows the emptying of my stomach. I'm not in a hungry state. And that gives you the chance to think and make better choices, or at least it made me feel not panicked or not, so super spontaneous that, oh, I've got to eat this. And then, that inevitably has you choose bad, poor things. So my mindset has changed in that. I mean, food is not an emergency. Like really not ever. Even when you haven't had anything, it's not an emergency. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to think about what you're going to eat. It's a lot of effort to prepare what you're going to eat. And it's a lot of effort to stick to it, even when something else comes up. But I'll tell you, once I started doing that, I don't even care about those other things anymore. They had cupcakes at work yesterday. I donated, I bought a half a dozen and I took them to my girlfriend for her birthday. So I didn't have any. I mean, and I didn't even care. It doesn't matter. Getting started is hard. But see, that's my thing though. I'm a starter. I'm a starter. I can get myself together. But I did something different this time that I haven't done before. And I realized that, I had a framework to work with. So that helps me, outlines and frameworks, that works for me.